Welcome again, episode 2 for the Leveling Up series, and today we're going to talk about on-site interviews. How do we want to handle on-site interviews? How can we prepare effectively, to really be the individuals that stand out when we're at the interview? So, first things first, make sure you do your research. And by research, I don't really mean researching the company, right? Because you've had your first stage, it's most likely going to be like a phone interview, maybe with like a recruiter and maybe like the head of department. You might have showcased some of your skills, some technical questions, and also talked about what you've learned about the company. So that would have been done. But the second stage is really, really important because one, you may well be on site, and two, you may well get some coding challenges. Now, coding challenges are quite broad across a lot of different organizations. Some of them might be whiteboarding tests. You know, you might be told to solve a problem and you get given a pen to write down the whiteboard. Some people get like actual written paper tests. They'll have to write their answers on a piece of paper, and like it's like a controlled time environment, like an actual exam. And others might get given like a little pair program exercise, a laptop with the environment, working with one of the seniors, and then you'll be doing the work and then talking through like why you're implementing, what you're doing, um, and then like what your approach might be, right? What your reasoning is. So there's many different types that can come up, and you really don't know. But when you research, you look at places like Glassdoor, or you want to look at like Fishbowl, which again is an app that you can get through Glassdoor, or you want to look on LeetCode. There's a lot of resources on there where they have posted what kind of questions come up, um, what kind of things that they're asked within an interview with the kind of relevant answers that that individual might have given. Obviously, LeetCode have like specifically designed for, the bank companies that might be out there that you can definitely take to get better at solving them. But one of the ways, and one of the more common type of questions that tend to come up, I know people don't really like it, but are LeetCode style questions. So the second thing, if you want to prepare effectively and you know that in the market, these are the type of questions that are coming up, you have to dedicate some time to leak coding, right? At first, it will seem like a pain and it might be a little bit difficult, but start off with the easy questions and then just move on gradually as you have time because you start to learn the basics. And again, it's really good for you to like begin to like problem solve. You're given a problem, you need to find a solution. And not only do you need to find a solution, but you need to find something that's more performant as well. The more performant, the better. So you'll get better at like writing code and like working out better ways to like approach like a particular problem that there might be. So yeah, this is what I mean, right? If you want to level up, be that one bit better, don't just rely on just I'll turn up to the interview. I already know this language. I'll be okay because they've asked me to an interview. But really put some time in to prepare because that hour or couple of hours that you do put in will pay back. I know, obviously, in reality, it's a lot more than a couple of hours that we're spending on lead coding over the course of like a couple of years. But it will help. And if you're in a job right now, still spend some time to lead code. It might not be every day, but maybe sometimes in the evenings, maybe on a weekend, on a Sunday, something like that, just to keep your skills fresh because you don't know when you'll need to do sort of, hop jobs or move somewhere. Things happen, layoffs happen, so just be that little bit careful. But the best way to level up is just by doing research. All of the information that you need is online, and people's comments on if you just go to Glassdoor and you go to company this page and click on interviews tab, you'll get loads of interviews that people have had, the questions that they've had, things that have come up, and you can use that to kind of advance so you can start a little bit step ahead so you know what to kind of cover and you can cover those things because sure, you might be like a great developer, great engineer, but sometimes we all get caught out. It's happened to me a few times, and I'm sure it will happen again. All right, so the best thing you can do is just prepare that little bit and just find those key bits of information that can just put you that step ahead. Yeah, hopefully that helps.